Dwight, you've walked an amazingly diverse path in your life, from your childhood in Minnesota to a university academic center that would become known across the world. In your vocation to understand and to grow philanthropy, you've traveled many states and countries and built a large number of partnerships. We were wondering if you would share with us a little bit about your journey and the most significant parts of it.
Well, my philanthropic autobiography begins, as you mentioned, in Minnesota in a rural Indian reservation where our influence was focused, the influence on me was the community. And that notion of how we care for others was begun at a very early age. My mother insisted that I put money into the collection plate when we went to the church on the reservation, which happened to be a Catholic church. And that needed to be my money that I had earned. And so at age about 6 or 7, as I remember, I was trapping gophers, and the proceeds from that gopher feed that would be paid by the fathers of the township, if you will, allowed me then to make this dime contribution into the collection plate on Sunday. So the idea that this was an obligation, that giving was an obligation, has held with me throughout my life in the sense of the responsibility we have to pass on from one generation to the next, as I had been passed on too. And so I think the going through 4-H, another nonprofit and philanthropic organization, was crucial in my own leadership development. And then continuing that effort as I went through college and university and my paths that I went in terms of various professions and activities, which led me to philanthropy relatively late in my career. That is to say, I've only been engaged in it actively for the last 30 years. And maybe that wouldn't be considered late, but for me it was relatively late. And therefore, I think back on those experiences, and really what's important was the associations with the various people that provided me role models to look to and to know that something could be done individually, but it had to be through collective action.